My name is Barbara Abersold, Honorable Chairman and members of the State Affairs Committee. Thank you for this opportunity to speak to you. I'm a straight 68-year-old mother of 2 daughters born and raised here in Idaho. I retired after teaching in the Boise School District for over 30 years, and I understand that this is very difficult for you, but I ask your compassion as you listen to our testimony. I would like to read to you a letter from my daughter, Lauren Samball. Dear Honorable Chairman and members of the State House Affairs Committee, thank you for the opportunity to speak in support of House Bill 2. I am first and foremost an Idaho native. I was born at St. Luke's. My memories of Idaho include playing rec soccer through high school, swimming for a swim team every summer, performing with my elementary fiddling group for countless senior centers, and even on a float at one of the centennial parades. I played violin in school orchestras, school and state honor groups, and the Boise Youth Symphony. My summers included family camping trips to the mountains of Idaho. I came out as a lesbian to my closest friends and family while I was in Idaho. Mostly I was given unconditional support, but I knew that I couldn't be my whole self if I stayed in Idaho. There were many people in my life that I purposely didn't come out to because being gay was not socially accepted in most areas of the state at that time. Being gay was only talked about in hushed tones when moms got together to whisper about the punk girl who dyed her hair and started wearing spikes. She was such a pretty girl. You know she's a lesbian now. Always followed by an awkward silence. 2 kids I went to elementary school with committed suicide in their teen years shortly after coming out to their families. The community climate for gay youth was rough. 19 years ago, I proudly graduated from Boise High School and promptly left the state to attend university in Washington State. You wouldn't have known that I was gay just by looking at me when I left for college, and you still wouldn't know now. But the fear of being found out by the wrong person, someone who had power over me, like a boss, a teacher, a landlord, was enough for me to know I wanted to be somewhere other than my Idaho home. My freshman year in college, my roommate found out I was gay, and her mom demanded that I be moved to another room. The dean of students at my university supported me and told the mom that I would not be treated differently because of my sexual orientation. She was told if her daughter was uncomfortable, her daughter could wait for another room to open up and be the one to move. I knew that if I'd been in Idaho, this would have been a very different experience. I never imagined that someone would stand up for my rights to be exactly who I was, and I knew I would never live in a place where I would have to hide again. While I have visited Idaho for summers during college, my trips home at this point are much farther apart. Even though both my parents and many lifetime friends still live in the area, I can't bring myself to consider living in Idaho. I tell my friends all the time about all the great things I loved about Idaho growing up. Things like good schools, great neighborhoods, endless recreational opportunities, great music and art communities, and local businesses. I hope you will add the 4 words and keep the state of Idaho and help the state of Idaho send the message that you are committed to protecting the rights of all of its citizens. These days, while my friends know I'm gay, they're more interested in talking to me about my work as a teacher in high-poverty elementary schools, or one of my latest crafts. Being gay is only a part of who I am, but it is critical for me to feel protected in being me so that I can share my other talents with my community. I look forward to the day when the state of Idaho commits to protecting the equal rights of all others, when the faceless gay and transgender citizens who want to contribute their gifts and passions to their local communities. Thank you for your time and consideration. Warmly, Lauren Samball. Thank you.
Are there questions? Thank you, ma'am.